From the great halls of their house, there are assembled three who hope to one day be the world's greatest driving heroes. Created from the cosmic legends of the universe comes our team captain, the Vision, Bill Fisher, and their soon-to-be Wonder Woman, Vicki Fisher, and our Captain Marvel and head flight trainee, Jennifer Scripchuk. Their mission: to fight injustice, share what is right and wrong, to get you out of your house and come out racing with them and serve all mankind. They are the Garage Heroes in Training Team.
Welcome to the Garage Heroes in Training podcast. I'm going to be one of the hosts for this episode. It's Bill. It's been a long time since I said this. Anyway, who else is hosting?
I'm Vicki.
And I'm Jeremy.
Woohoo! Jeremy's back.
You weren't happy a half an hour ago when I said Jeremy was going to be on, but whatever.
No,
it's fine.
I love when
Fake
Jeremy's on.
It's okay. It's
you
okay.
You can fake it when Santa's in front of you. It's fine.
Yeah,
she's
that way the Christmas presents always come.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. So Jeremy said, "Hey, you should have these guys on," and I said, "Sure." And then we come to the day where we're going to have our episode, and Jeremy's like, "Hey, Bill, did you make an episode?" I'm like, "An episode outline?" I'm like, "I don't know anything about them, but sure, let's do it, Jeremy."
Hey, we're going to wing it.
We are.
We're good at that.
So, Jeremy, these people claim to know you in public places. They've played with cars in various places, and they've done generally bad decisions, which sounds like the perfect podcast guest for us, Jeremy. I think you've done well on this one.
And that's the reason why I feel very honored to be able to call both of them friend. So I've got a couple of guys that I met doing Extreme Experience, instructors, and we've been working together for years, had a ton of fun. Got my buddy Scott Mattis and my buddy Mark John Trierweller.
Hello.
Welcome, guys.
Welcome to the pod.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So Jeremy claims you as friends. Would you guys do that, at least in a public place, or trying to get a level of
Sure, let's go with that. Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
I'll tell you, at least we couldn't believe it. We both went to the same high school and
Really?
never knew each other. Didn't know him from Adam, and honestly, I couldn't even tell you his name. We went to a very large high school, and we each had our group of friends, and didn't know. And then one time we're visiting many years ago, and it's like, "Where'd you go to high school?" "Oh, I went here." "Well, when did you graduate?" "Same year, same school." It just what a small world. Just crazy.
Well, to be fair, looking back on things, it's probably best you didn't know them because, most of the time, if you look back at yourself in high school, you wouldn't have been friends with yourself. So it's fine. It worked out.
Yeah.
So let's see. We're going to go with MJ, number 23 for the podcast for those keeping score at home. No references on that. All right, fine. Just a tough crowd tonight. Anyway.
Well, number 23, the only one that wears that number is Michael Jordan.
There you go. We made it. We made it. I knew Vicki wasn't going to help me out, but I figured Jeremy might come in. So
he's the only 23.
Yeah. I just want you to know that I was playing number 23 before he was playing in Wilmington. But that's a different story. Different podcast. Anyway. So, MJ, what got you started with racing in cars and generally bad decisions that are especially bad for your pocketbook?
Oh, geez. Well, so after college, I immediately went into selling higher end cars. We were
And that's the reason we always knew you were full of it.
right,
Yeah, Kias are not high end, by the way.
right. And those companies would send the top salespeople to driving schools and things like that, and launches and launch events. And while I was there, I was like, okay, I love this. And by the way, I had always loved cars, but I hadn't done anything competitive before. And come to find out, I can read corners really well and feel a car, what it's doing very well. And the instructors came up to me at lunch and would say, where do you coach at? Where do you drive at? And I said, I'm just here for the event. And they go, well, your time is close to our top guy as you can get. So keep doing it. Well, then I decided, okay, I'm going to try to do this. So then I bought a track car and started doing events, and then signed up for more and more instruction and more schools. And then all of a sudden I'm instructing and doing things. And then I started doing the one lap of America. And now anytime somebody says, do you want to do a track day? I'm there. Like, let's go.
One lap, the elusive mistress of mine that has never happened, but that's fine.
I know
It
you
is
and me
phenomenal.
both.
So it's working on it. Let's work.
We're going to talk about one lap later.
We will, I'm sure.
I have questions.
We don't have answers, but we have questions. So, Scott, what brought you to this fine faring sport that we call and love cars?
Yeah.
racing?
I took a kind of a long path, I guess, started in high school, really. My brother bought a brand spanking new 87 Mustang GT. We used to work together, and we would have impromptu contests of speed on the way to and from work sometimes, where he would show the speed of the car, I guess. And then I got my own Mustang in high school and started doing drag racing with it. Well, on the street drag racing with it, and then started getting into organized drag racing. Some of the guys I hang out with did some autocrossing with the local SCCA. So I got into autocrossing that same car and kept building it up, more power, more suspension. Didn't do anything about brakes because I wasn't smart enough back then. And just started doing all that kind of stuff with it. Then I took a left turn and kept doing drag racing. Made it pretty fast drag racing, and then I took time off to raise a family. And then my brother's Mustang that he bought brand new became available back in like 2000, I think it's 17 or so. And I bought that off of him and kind of picked up where he left off and started doing autocrossing and did a couple schools and some track days. And then the opportunity came up to do one lap, and I'd never done that. It's something I read about. And so that kind of really got me in with both feet into getting back on the road courses. And so I did a bunch of track days from that point on, started instructing that same year. This is in 21, started instructing, and then have kind of ramped it up since then. I've got a couple cars now and get on the track as much as I can. Still autocross a little bit. Haven't drag raced for a long time, but
Yeah, once you
that's
make
it.
a turn, once you turn left or right, usually drag racing becomes kind of,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't want to do
really
that anymore.
bad things happen.
So one of my cars has a ridiculous amount of power, so it's basically a drag racer that's set up to go on road courses. But yeah, much more fun.
Yes. Well, we agree with it. Turning left is fun. Turning left and right is more fun. Anyway,
Definitely.
it's much simpler that way. So do you guys have been doing this a little bit, and you with the instruction of extreme and everything, are there any tracks or series or cars left on the bucket list that you guys need to cross off?
Always.
That's
Yeah.
what we love to hear. That's why you're on the podcast.
Yeah,
Yep.
100%.
You know, what's funny about extreme experience is, and if somebody says this for anything else, they're a liar. But I think that, originally you do it because you think or know or you are a good instructor and you want to do that. But you also join because of the cars that they have. And the first time that you're there and, you get to drive, for me, I've been with them. I think this is my 4th year. So for me, it's been Ferrari 488 GTB,
Mhm.
which is a great car, but now it is an old car. And Lamborghini Huracan, which is a great car, but is an old car now. The new Corvette C8 Z06, which I am
Woohoo!
absolutely in love with. Like, it's just epic. Nissan GTR, which is a good car only in the right mode. Correct, Jeremy and Scott?
When you know how to drive it, it's a
Yep.
good car in all modes.
Well,
There you
I get really bored unless it's in the right modes, but I respect that. Anyway, you join originally for the cars. And what I love Extreme Experience to have 10 other cars, that are all $1 million, sure, but it's their business. They, pick the cars that sell, and every couple year or two, we're adding a new car or two to the fleet, different models. But yeah, I mean, I would love to drive a Bugatti Chiron, but that's not going to be at that. And I certainly don't know anybody that has one. I would love to drive a Ford GT. That'd be a bucket list car of mine, but
The original ones or the
no,
90s?
the one that just ended production.
Oh, the brand new ones.
The
Yeah.
newer ones, yeah.
Okay. So
I wanna say
third
that-
gen.
Gen 3,
Gen
right?
3. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, there always are. But anyway, you join Extreme for the cars, and then it just takes no time and I've not been in the military or a fireman, but I'm assuming it's similar to that, where you're sharing this experience that is fun, but it is dangerous. And there isn't anything that I wouldn't do for any of the instructors at any time at Extreme Experience, because what we do it's freaking crazy, honestly. I mean, here, jump in. I know you took a 25-minute class. Here's a $300,000 car. We're going to let you go as fast as you want. And I'm in the right seat, and I don't have a brake pedal. I don't have a steering wheel. I can reach over and grab the wheel a little bit. But what we do is, can I swear on the podcast?
If you want me to edit it, I can. Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. So that's, I don't know. Yes, there's tons of other cars I'd love to drive, but it is what it is.
All right. So Scott, we're gonna ask you. I just have a follow-up question. So get your cars ready. 458 versus 488. What do you think?
I've never driven. Yeah, I've never driven the 458. It sounds better. I know that.
It does sound better.
Yeah. Beyond that, I can't give an opinion because I have not driven the 458.
What about you, MJ? You said 488 was on there. Did you
Yes,
do 458?
when I started with Extreme Experience, the 488 had taken
Okay.
was replacing.
Yep.
Yeah, the 488 replaced the 458. So I believe that Jeremy has probably driven the 458.
Jeremy, what do we need? Which one do we need?
So I have not. When I came into Extreme Experience, they literally just got rid of that, and we were eliminating all of the McLarens at the same time as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the 488 GTBs were new that year. So I haven't driven a 458, but they do sound. A lot of people love the sound of that naturally aspirated motor.
Mm-hmm.
It is a lot louder than the twin turbo.
Mm-hmm.
But
not as fast, but
I'm told that they drive very similar in terms of how they are on the racetrack, but obviously it's that sound.
Right. Miss Vicki, you had a question?
I just want to say, just for the bravery of you guys have to be a special kind of crazy to do what you're doing.
I don't know that I'd use
saying.
the word crazy. I would use something different, but
yeah. You guys are that is quite something. Just people that don't, that, like you said, I'm going to give you a half-hour class. We're going to put you behind this car. That's a lot of power. That's a lot of power.
Yep.
It is. Extreme Experience, honestly, it's not an ad for them, but they try to do, and I feel get as close as they can to doing a 10 out of 10 job
Oh, I hear wonderful things out of
Yeah,
them.
with each and every client and the
Hmm.
safety protocols and the way that they treat us, the instructors, and really all the employees. But
Hmm.
it's special. But yeah, I mean, it really is crazy that they're
If
able to do that. And
yeah, it's you guys are extremely brave. That's all I could say.
we have to, one thing if we get somebody in the car
Hmm.
and that guy gets in the car and I mean, he immediately says, we're going to rip the shit out of this thing. We are really going to go. That is my job right then and there to, in a professional, nice way, go, hey, calm down, and then have a conversation.
Yes.
Well, my buddy's behind me. Okay, well, that's not good because we're not going out racing.
Hmm.
Set
But
some
we're
expectations.
yeah, we're going to have fun. But I need you to listen to me and watch my hand signals and my voice and remember
Oh,
what
it's
you learned in class. And we're going to keep this on the road. I mean,
right.
we've literally had, Scott has had, Jeremy has had people get in the car and say, I bought the insurance. I'm going to do whatever the F I want.
Oh,
And that's not going to happen with me and the instructors.
no, no,
I'm going to
no,
try
no,
to
no.
protect them, myself, and the asset of my company. And so if I need to call that drive off and have somebody else get in or have
Hmm.
get a talk, we need to do that. But
So, okay, can I just take a little deep dive on this aspect before we move on? Um, the type of personalities that you are working with. All right, do you take personal training in diffusing certain personalities and encouraging others? Do you take a little course in that, or do you just have a certain way of speaking with people in
Scott,
general?
do you want to answer that, Scott?
Yeah, I mean, I think one that MJ and I both are, I think people, and
Hmm.
you kind of have to be. We've both been in sales our entire life, so you have to kind of be able to read people.
Hmm.
And just like if you're trying to pitch a sale to somebody, it's kind of the same thing. You're pitching why we need to do this together, what we need to do to come out of this thing alive.
Right,
And yeah, so you kind of have to tailor it to like, hey, if someone's really, really motivated, you have to kind of tailor it to, yeah, we can go as fast as you want as long as you do this, 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 and this. And
right.
then at the first sign of trouble, you can kind of play off that and say, hey, remember when I told you we cannot do that? We cannot, trying to
Hmm.
get it, they'll try and get the car sideways. And it makes it sound like everybody's doing this. It's not. It's pretty
No.
rare you get some. 90% of the time, it's like, hey, we can go faster if you want to,
Yeah.
because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they're in a car that they're on the hook for if they ball this thing up. So they're very respectful most of the time,
Hmm.
and pretty and it goes the same way. Part of our training is everybody's doing the MSF level 2 now. I think the entire instructor corps is, for the most part, MSF level 2 certified. And part of what we do with that, it's not just controlling the maniac, it's also tailoring it to that person that's deathly afraid. It's like, okay, you're a little offline, you're going so slow, it's not going to hurt anything. Roll with it. It's about them
Right.
having fun as long as they're safe. Just you roll with it. And so yeah, you kind of tailor it to each driver, and you got to figure out pretty quick what kind of driver they are, and that changes. Hey, we got one
Hmm.
lap in. Wow, this is way easier than I thought it was going to be. Now all bets are off, and it's, I've had people that were the most respectful and in control, and um, nothing that was even remotely scary. And then on lap 3, they got a little too comfortable, and now they're going to go out and hit it as hard as they can. It's not something that
Hmm.
they had a plan to do by any stretch, at least most of them, but it's just like they've gotten that level of comfort and they feel they can do that, and they don't understand what these cars can do if you drive them like that.
Right. Now, I have another one. Um, so when you guys are driving within the course itself, do you teach them quickly, briefly, um, what it's like to drive on a track? like there is certain point of a line and how to engage the car on the track itself? Or do you just kind of just give them kind of the gist and say, go ahead and just kind of drive it and have a good time?
We have beyond what most tracks would have for like an HPDE day or whatever with
Mm-hmm.
coning. We have our own cones that we use. And every cone is for something different. We explain that to them. They learn that in the class. And so it's very much the way we cone tracks for the most part is how you're going to drive it if you were out there, not necessarily racing, but doing a track day or a time trial or something. It's pretty close to what you'd have. Our braking zones out of necessity are backed up, quite a bit because not everybody knows how hard you need to brake when you're at that point where we got to brake now, and if they miss it by a little bit. So there's some safety built into it. But for the most part, if they're driving the way we have it cone and we're telling them to, it's the way you would drive it, for a track day, a time trial day.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we have all the cones. We have lift cones, brake cones, turn-in cones, apex
Oh, okay.
cones, all of it.
Yeah.
Track out cones, literally everything. It's not a hey, we're gonna go out there and just here you try to, we'll just gonna tell you and you're gonna figure it out just by looking. No, we follow the cones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything has a purpose on the racetrack, and that is for safety. Like Scott just said, we do back our brake cones up a little bit just because most people at 140 miles an hour, they push on the brake pedal like they do at 35 miles an hour on the road.
Right.
Right. So, you have to have a little bit of safety built in because, 99.9% of these people that are doing this have one, never driven a car with that kind of power, two, never, ever, ever been on a racetrack or anywhere near a racetrack.
Mm-hmm.
So, it has to be a safe program.
So, do you guys have to drive around the purposes that are on the race course, or are they part of the cones? Sorry. Anyway,
Oh.
All right. So,
we didn't stop.
no,
Wait,
MJ
Scott,
got to say what
I
his
know.
dream car to drive was.
I know that's where we were going. I'm like,
I'm sorry.
before Vicki starts
I'm
wandering
sorry.
into the
I'm
next episode.
genuinely interested in that. So
And
go ahead.
Look at the dock. It's the next thing
Scott.
we're talking about.
I didn't know we had one.
Anyway,
So we're
Scott,
going dream cars, dream tracks. What?
yes.
Yes.
MJ got the dream car, and then he didn't get any further.
So as far as tracks, I mean, I've gotten to drive VIR, which is currently my favorite track. Not with Extreme, but in general. I've gotten to drive Road Atlanta, Barber, all phenomenal tracks. Get to do Brainerd with Extreme this year, hopefully.
Okay.
And then get to do Road America this year, which I have not done before.
that's going to be a beast.
I've been
in
around
the
it
cars you guys have.
slow. What's that?
Yeah.
That's going to be a beast in the cars you guys have. Road America.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oof.
As far as cars, I mean, yeah, Ford GT would be great. The GTD would be great. The ZR1 would be great. Honestly, I've got a friend who, growing up, I used to buy parts from him, and he raced World Challenge, SCCA World Challenge, starting back in the early 90s. And he's got a 2000 Celine it's basically a tube frame car with a NASCAR engine that he raced in Speed Vision back when the World Challenge
I remember
changed to
that.
Speed Vision. Yeah, in the late 90s, early 2000s. And he actually gave or sold the car to a mutual friend of ours, a guy that he knew really well that was on his race team and stuff. And long story short, the car has license plates on it now, and it is a monster. It just sounds wicked. It looks cool, and that's the car I would love to get in and drive around the track or really anywhere because it's a cool ride.
That sounds like a fun time. So,
Oh yeah.
Miss Vicki, your favorite question?
Race philosophies.
There you go.
All right. So do you guys basically, when you get on a racetrack, when you do race,
Or
do
even
you
when
have,
instructing,
we're instructing, do you have like a little mantra that you kind of go by, that you share, your best advice that you share and pass on to your clients or people that you instruct in general?
Oh yes. So when somebody gets in the car, we've all got, it's kind of similar information, but we've all got our little blurb when somebody gets into the car. The things that we need to talk about before we go out. And in these cars, we've got in-car audio and video and exterior audio and video. And, you know, when those videos get pulled occasionally by our managers, they want to make sure that you've covered these things, you know. So when somebody gets in the car, you do a quick greet. Hey, I'm MJ. Welcome. What brought you out today? Great. That sounds awesome. Let me just go over a couple quick things for you. Let me look on your wrist. You've got your wristband, and I can see it stamped, so you did attend the class. And then start talking about the cones and what we're going to do. Show them your hand signals again. Talk about being very smooth on the gas, very smooth and firm on the brakes. You know, it just, again, everybody's got their own little blurb, and it might change just a little bit based on the track. You know, some of our tracks have very fast straightaways. So I always point over to the straightaway and say, look, when I call for brake over there, I want an 8 or a 9 out of 10, and I want you to hold that pressure down at an 8 or a 9 until I tell you to start releasing. But you'll be able to feel, but I need you to really push it, because we're going to be, you know, like we coach at a track down in North Carolina. It's North Carolina Center for Automotive Research track. And that track is, when we're doing our morning warm-ups, we're 160, you know, in the quick cars. And when you've got somebody that's never been in a car with 600 plus horsepower and then some, you know, they need to be pushing the brake.
NC car.
Mm-hmm.
So Scott, I would personally add to that list. Please don't try to impress your instructor. Scott, do you have anything else that you'd add to this? Please don't. Try it.
Yeah, I mean, as far as me personally, when I go out on the track, you know, I'm not anyone that takes it serious. I've never actually done door-to-door racing.
Until
Me, hopefully that's gonna,
2026.
I was gonna say that's
Oh,
allegedly
you
gonna
come
happen this year.
really? Oh boy.
But when
You-
I do go out on the track, you know, my thing, I have never, I've gone pretty fast. I've never gone off track. Um, Barring one mechanical kind of a failure, I've never spun out a car on track. I've come close. You know, I'm out driving a car that I can't afford to, you know, I'm not going to ball it up. You know, I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to put myself or somebody else in jeopardy. So, you know, I like to go out and go really, really fast. But at the end of the day, I want that car to go home in one piece. And, um, you know, I'm going to drive within my limits, you know. Um, and I do that whether I'm autocrossing or on a track or whatever. It's like, you know, I'm gonna go out and drive fast, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go beyond my limits. You know, I keep it pretty in control, which is not the norm with a lot of people, unfortunately.
Yeah.
True.
And Vicki, I don't know if you know this, but you know, part of our program too isn't just instructing. People can buy you know, having us drive. And
Oh,
I would
ride-alongs.
say 1 out of 5 times we go on track, we're driving. And so, you know, do I have a 12-year-old for their birthday, you know, in their dream car, and I can go as fast as I want and they don't care? Or did somebody buy this for their wife or their mom who's 75 years old and she doesn't want to go so quick or whatever? And we tailor those drives to them.
Okay.
And that's always, I mean, that's always a real pleasure. My most fun event or most fun drive last year, I had a lady for her 85th birthday that always wanted to be in a 488, and she drove. And that was in Chicago this year, and that was an absolute blast. We just giggled the whole time around. We probably never went over 70, you know?
And yes, he hit on her.
Yeah.
I watched that video. I can
Yeah.
for sure tell you that is the truth.
We're not
It was
supposed to tell
uncomfortable.
clients, but I couldn't help myself.
Always good for a happy birthday gift. Anyway, so do you guys want to? We're kind of in extreme. Do you guys want to do extreme right now? We could go in the one lap. What are you guys thinking?
I got some other questions.
Oh,
Let's hear 'em.
Jeremy's going to contribute. Go, Jeremy, go.
Yeah. So in terms of your driving, what you've done up to today, right? What are your goals for the future? Right? I know, Scott, you said you haven't done any door to door, wheel to wheel. MJ, I believe the same thing. But like, do you guys have any goals that you have in your driving / instructing that you would like to meet this year, next year, whatever it may be?
Go ahead, Scott.
Gosh, I honestly haven't thought about it. I would like to do some door-to-door stuff, not seriously. I mean, yeah, in a dream world, I would love to go out and race IMSA GS in a Mustang, or race a GT3 car, but the chances of that happening are not very likely. So, more in the reality-based things. I mean, I want to keep doing what I'm doing. I want to have the health and the ability to, go out and get on a track, every month that I can, every time that I can. Like for one lap stuff, I want to do better, improve myself every year with that. Yeah, that's really about it, is really just to get on as many cars and as many tracks as I can. I've already talked to the wife that I want to keep instructing until I can't do it anymore. That's going to be hopefully a semi-retirement plan. So
Okay.
Fun. What a great
MJ?
retirement plan.
Yeah, I would say, I hope that my health can, I'm relatively healthy right now, and hope that my health will allow me to keep doing as, people say, hey, you want to like you and I this year. I'm really looking forward to doing an event with you this year, you and Scott and some other guys, and doing a little bit of door to door, which I haven't done before. And then, my best fit. Well, we'll talk more about one lap later, but I'd always like to try to improve with one lap. I know that I'm never going to win against pro people that, yes, I'm a pro driver, but not a pro driver, right? There's a zillion real race car drivers that's what they do for a living, and they compete in one lap. I'm not going to beat them when they show up with a factory prepared race car, for the street. I'm not going to beat them, but I'd always, I'm always trying to beat my best finish there.
Okay.
It's pretty awesome. So you guys really do make bad decisions if you're going to be racing with Jeremy this year. I mean, really, come on, guys, do better.
It'll be fun. I know that.
It's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be a great time. So just so you both know, 99% of the time, it's all of us. So Bill and Vicki,
We'll be there.
This is what we do. This is us. This is
Yeah.
So-
It's like a bunch. I think we have 3 cars that we all kind of hang out together with.
Yep.
Like 3 teams.
Yep.
So we're all together, just kind of helping each other out.
Love it.
And,
So basically-
supporting each other.
our race weekends with 24 Hours of Lemons are basically like the days that we get off of work with Extreme and then we go hang out. That's what the race weekend is, the whole entire
The
weekend.
whole freaking weekend. It's just so much fun. I always like to, like I always say, I like to attribute it to Lemons as playing football on Sunday with your friends before the game starts. You're just out there having a good time.
I'm looking forward to it.
Lots of laughing. Lots of laughing.
Yeah. No, it should be awesome. I can't wait to experience it.
Mm.
So where are
It'll
you
be
gonna where are you gonna go? Do we have it set yet?
Where you guys originally out of,
So
roughly?
we're both in Des Moines, Iowa, basically.
Okay.
Sounds like June.
So Jeremy sent us a list of potentials, and VIR was on there, and I was like, oh, I'd really love to do VIR. And he's like, Well, just to be clear, that's we're using the black car in that, and that's we're going to be really competitive in, kind of like
The
you're
white
not
car.
good enough to be in the black car or what?
No,
The white car.
I
Sorry.
didn't. No, I did not say that.
I mean,
It was
you
kind
know,
of her. Yeah.
it's a real 3 Series BMW. I mean, compared to what you guys drive, at the extreme. I mean, let's be real.
Well,
Sure,
I,
sure.
I do have to say that probably the craziest race in our circuit is probably New Jersey,
Oh, yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say.
Jersey's a great time.
Jersey's a great time. Jersey's a great time.
Great facility, great track, great everything. But yeah,
Yeah.
we haven't hammered down
Okay.
what track we're going to go to.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh would have been really easy.
Yeah.
Minus the fact that
That's not there.
I'm still crying inside.
I've got all my schedule of all those that I
Hey.
need to compare to all my other.
Did you see that? That's the list I sent him, Bill.
I know the list. You sent it to me 2 or 3 times saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
did you get this?" I'm like, "Yes, I got this, Jeremy."
Hmm.
So yeah, I need to pin down that versus my extreme schedule versus my other track stuff schedule.
Hmm.
Work, I don't really take into account. I take off work whenever I want, basically.
Yeah, but
and
wheel to
make it
wheel
all
with
work.
no wheel to wheel with this crew right here. You're gonna love it.
I'm looking forward to it.
It'll be a mess. You'll be full that weekend. Too, by the
Listen,
way.
Bill's like, it'll be a mess. No, it'll be great.
Yeah. I didn't say it was a bad mess. I just said it's going to be a mess. No matter what you do, if you're racing the number of cars that we race at the races that we do, something's going to happen. It'll be fun.
Eventually. Yep.
Yeah. It is pretty great, I do have to say.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I just want to, I feel like it's a public service that we do. We do the podcast, I just want to make sure that you guys know Jeremy at these races tends to not wear a lot of clothes and snuggle a lot. I just want you to know what you're into.
Mhm.
So hold on, Bill. Just so you know,
Yeah.
Scott has a no pants policy in his truck. So he's totally aware.
Oh, you'll totally fit in. We're always
Totally
having a
aware.
hard time keeping pants on you.
100%.
Jeremy's always dropping trowel. Like all the time. He's always running around in his jockey some way or another.
We're wearing Vicky's sister Jennifer's clothes the entire weekend.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Like 4 times too small.
Yeah.
Jeremy squeezed himself into the wear.
It's kind of like the Grinch's heart, but only scarier.
This Jeremy is just like, just because it's a bad idea doesn't mean it's not going to be fun.
Right, exactly.
For the record, I do not want photos, so.
Oh,
We don't do
so much
photos.
fun.
We do
So
video.
So much
Oh,
fun.
shit.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's okay. Don't worry. You'll make the Lemons video and your political career will be over. Although right now, maybe your political career will be heightened by these things. But who knows?
There you
Yeah.
go.
At least respectfully, when Jeremy does it, they do look like biker shorts. So we're good.
All right, fair enough.
As long as they're Jeremy's size, I won't be so upset. It's when they're not. That's the problem. And so
And
far,
all
they've
too
never
often
been.
they're not the right size.
Yeah,
so-
that's when we did the what was it? The dodgeball
Dodgeball.
theme. We kept having the entire paddock break out in a dodgeball fight everywhere, periodically through the weekend. Like the entire race paddock was breaking out in a massive dodgeball fight.
It was amazing.
It
It'll be great.
was. Yeah.
Yep, it's we'll go with it. It'll be memorable.
For sure.
I like
All
it.
right.
It could be
I do
trauma.
have a question.
It could
Yes.
be trauma. It could be happy joy. Mostly trauma.
It could be a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
I do have a question though, because this is one of my favorite questions. Because to date, nobody has picked or they have forgotten about my choice. So if you had the opportunity, both of you, to go to any track in the world and drive with any car that you wanted to go with, what track would it be?
I'm going
Spa in an F1 car.
to. Wow. That's gonna be a
That
bumpy
was
ride.
quick. That
That's
was
gonna
quick.
Be, that's gonna be a bumpy ride. I was gonna give
Yep.
I was gonna give you one of my hosting duties, which is to
Oh, sorry.
give you time to allow you to contemplate. But apparently you didn't need to. I was gonna say something along the lines of it's a good thing we have a doc because we're not going in any order of the doc. But that's.
We are not.
Yeah. MJ, what are you thinking?
Is now I don't know if is it an official track? What's is it? I'm
It's
thinking
it's your ball.
the in Germany the Nordschleife.
Nordschleifer?
Nordschleife.
Yep.
Yeah, I would love to drive on that. And right now I'm just and I get it. There's faster. There's this. There's that. I think the current Z06 is just epic. The sounds of that car, and
Hmm.
I love it. And I get it that there's ZR1 I could pick from or ZR1X. I like the two-wheel drive, no turbos, normally
Hmm.
aspirated. The sound of that car, that's what I'd like.
The Chevy 458. Yes. Yes.
It's pretty spectacular.
Yep.
Yeah. I do like that the GM engineer that I talked to who worked on that program, he says Ferrari was making this engine and stopped. Why? Why would you stop?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Because they moved on.
yeah.
So because you guys haven't listened to the podcast, and I said my favorite track,
They
years
don't have
years-
to listen.
years
They
ago.
just have to download. They don't have
Correct.
to listen. Just download.
So my favorite dream track is
I know.
Mount Panorama.
In what, Jeremy? So ahead. Finish your story.
I mean, in anything, to be honest with you, but I would love to run it in a GT3 car, a
Mhm.
Porsche or a Porsche AMG or a BMW M4.
So if any of our Australian listeners have a GT3 car that they want to have Santa Claus drive around Mount Panorama,
I mean, I would do it in a seat. I don't care.
we know Santa Claus. We can have him there. He won't mind going, and he's working on a divorce anyway. So what's the big deal? You need to.
I
Stop
think down
traveling,
there he's
Jeremy.
Father Christmas, not Santa Claus. He's Father
Yes,
Christmas down
that's
there,
what they
yeah.
call me, Father Christmas.
Yes. Just don't call you late for dinner. I got it. All right. All right, so you both have done one lap of America. I've signed up for it, I think 4 times at least. And
Yeah.
the Pennsylvania inspection of the car wasn't ready, a plague, all kinds of excuses I have, and yet to pull it out. But I will eventually do this. I'm waiting for my beautiful bride.
Mhm.
I've given up on trying to do it without her, so I'm figuring, it's just written on the wall that I have to do it with her. So it's coming. So what's your guys' experience with one lap? We'll go with Scott first because MJ seems to go first all the time.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's quick.
Yeah, well, never mind.
That's a different podcast. That's the Garage Heroes
Yes,
and
it
Training
is.
OnlyFans podcast. We'll talk about that later at the credits, and who knows what he's going to say on there. But
100%. So I actually got into it kind of through MJ in a roundabout way. We've got a mutual friend who, out of the blue, well, let's back up a little bit. I knew what one lap was, from the old car and driver days,
Mhm.
forever, and the Cannonball before that. I was familiar with it. One of those things I never even remotely thought it's something that I could, would, or should go do. But out of the blue in 21, I got a call from our mutual friend, Mark, and he's like, hey, got a friend that is signed up for one lap, has a really killer car, needs a co-driver. I know you do this stuff, would you be interested in doing it? And I'm, obviously completely taken aback, out of left field. My initial answer is, well, heck yeah, I want to do that. Got to talk it over with the wife and kind of explained it. She's not at all a car person, but I explained it to her what it was, and she's like, well, it's kind of a once in a lifetime thing. We'll circle back on that later. Once in a lifetime same thing. Yeah, you should go do it. So ended up going and doing it with him, jumped in a car with somebody that I had met like 2 weeks before. We kind of all got together for a dinner just to kind of introduce, but went and traveled, 5,000 miles with them and did all the tracks and such. And it's one of those things that was a one and done deal until it wasn't. It's at the end of it, it was, well, I'm doing that again. And so I've done it. Last year was my 5th year in a row doing it. Sometimes in my own car, sometimes in other people's cars. But it's an addictive thing, that's for sure.
indeed. What about you, MJ? Did you one and done, or are you graduated from being a one lap puppy many times?
Yep, I'm a lap dog now, we call it.
Lap dog.
Yep, like we call the newbies lap puppies in a nice way. But I used to read Car and Driver magazine from cover to cover. I had sold cars for a long time, and I always prided myself on knowing kind of everything on every car.
That was back when they had photos. He can't read.
Right, right. And I kept seeing the car, the one lap of America, and then finally, and I think it was, oh, I need to look. I've got all my books behind me from the one lap, but it was 08, 09, 07, something like that. I did it. I was like, I'm going to do this. And boy, it's the first time you do it, it's maybe a little bit of what you expect and a whole bunch of what you don't. And you do it one time, and if you don't want to do it again, there's something wrong with you. It's like I give my credit to my first co-driver. He said it's a once in a lifetime event that you get to do every year. And it's, again, you're sharing this crazy experience with, it's usually about 85 to 90 teams from around the world. And it's just like I said, a bunch of pro drivers and factory backed drivers and test engineers for tire companies that are pro drivers, and you're racing against all these people. And then there's just people like me who've done lots of track stuff, and people that have done just a little bit, and here they are on the event. And you want everybody to do well. I told Scott every year, I want you to do great. I just want you to be one spot behind me, whatever that is.
He's got a Ford. He usually is.
Yep. Yep.
No, we should go check those stats from last year, shouldn't we?
Oh, them's fighting words.
Yeah.
Them's fighting words.
But yeah,
like...
it's so this will be, I believe, my 13th one lap that I'm doing in 26.
Wow.
And boy, when I think back about how much money each one lap costs and everything, I'm like, wow, I could have bought another house with all that.
You could have had that AMG GT3 car for me to drive.
Whew. Yeah, but it definitely is worth it every year. And I get it. There's some people that are like, well, it's not a lot of track stuff. Well, it's more than track stuff. Yes, it's 3 hot laps in the morning, 3 hot laps in the afternoon, and see you tomorrow in South Carolina. And 3 hot laps in the morning and 3 hot laps, see you tomorrow in New Jersey. And it's just every year a different route. And heck, in my opinion, the transit is more dangerous than the track stuff. Just getting there, because drivers are so goddamn terrible on the nation's roads. So,
or there's a tornado, or there's a hailstorm, or a deer, or
we've had all that, and snow, and you name it. People jump alligators every year, it seems like, and
or a Ford.
They luck out and jump them, and Scott will share that story. And sometimes it rips the whole underside of the car out, and you're done. And some years we have many cars totaled in the event. Some cars sometimes won. But it is definitely a special event, and something I hope continues for a very long time. I hope I'm able to do it for a very long time. We had a friend that did it almost until, I think he was 80, and then he decided, I'm done. It's been a good ride.
Yeah, everybody who goes there always has some great time, and
it's spectacular.
Doesn't seem to be a one and done kind of thing for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, indeed. So, if you guys were to look upon your one lap history, do you have a couple stories or something that sticks out from the events?
Your best one lap story.
Oh boy,
the pressure.
Pick one. Your best one. We'll talk about the rest later on, but your best one. It can be that time that you made your co-driver wear no pants. I mean, that's totally fine.
That's every night. Gosh.
That's not the stick shift, Scott. Anyway.
That's when MJ and Scott are doing it together.
Everything is with the right mentality. Gosh.
Yeah, well, you think about it, and I'll share one. You can.
Yeah, please.
So over the 13 years, there are 8 trillion stories. So finding a best one is hard, but here's one that like people have a hard time believing. We were in somewhere in Florida. We had done, it was a day that we did 2 track events. And then we had a third event at wherever they drag race at the Gator Nationals. It's that drag strip. We were headed to that drag strip. And it was a pretty good transit. So, I mean, we were done at 2:30 in the afternoon. We probably had an hour and a half drive to this drag strip. And while we're going, I'm a passenger. My co-driver is driving. And just out of the blue, I see coming at us in the other lane. And this is a normal 2-lane and 2-lane highway, meaning 2 lanes going one way and 2 the other way. I look over and this, just like every Cutlass Sierra in the world, was maroon. A maroon Cutlass Sierra go off the road to the right. So they're coming at us and to the right, goes down into the ditch. As he comes up, there's trees after the ditch. The car rides up the tree straight up, literally almost stops where it's going to just be balancing on its rear bumper. And as it starts rolling towards the driver's door, the car literally tucks and rolls so that it's hitting the downslope now, and it lands back on its tires, and the goddamn thing drives out.
Cut it out.
This young gentleman gets out of the car. There's a huge branch stuck in one of the tires, between the fender and the tire. He's working on trying to break that out. He can't get it out. He gets back in the car, throws it in drive, and the thing shatters and he drives away. During this time, my buddy had already called 911. They're on speaker through the Bluetooth. And she goes, yep, it's another drug runner. They're like, because we're like, they're moving again. And she goes, yeah, it's for sure a drug runner.
Wow.
And yeah, it was.
Welcome to Florida.
Yeah, it was. That was an interesting one, but lots of good stories. But that was a weird one.
Jeremy, don't insult our listeners.
Oh, sorry.
No, he nailed it. That was me in the other car. My neck still hurts from that. So
yeah. Is Kenya still our top listening country?
International? Yes. It's not that they're the top listening country. It's that they rank us very highly in the automotive podcast that they listen to. We are rock stars in Kenya for some reason. We have no idea.
Okay, so I still have to be careful about Florida. All right. Okay,
yeah,
got it.
Careful. Yeah,
got it.
Yeah. All right, Scott, have we babbled long enough for you to come up with your story?
Yeah.
Okay.
So a couple, and it's kind of it really shows the spirit of things. If as MJ mentioned, people have offs, they hit tires, they anything can happen from a little fender bender to a total.
Sure.
At our very first track this year, which was Gateway, Worldwide Tech for the newer folks, but down in St. Louis, and some good friends of ours that they actually started the same year I did in 21, and we've toured, transited with them, spent time with them, eat dinner with them every chance we get. A couple of older retired pharmacists, and they split driving.
We already had a drugs story, Scott. I'm sorry.
These guys are a little more legit.
Oh, all right. Whatever.
And
potato.
These guys, it's a great. Honestly, it's a great story because they friends since college. Both became pharmacists, and they've shared driving duties. Sometimes I think there's a couple where they might have not split the car, but basically they split the car at every event. And at the first event this year, the first session, one of them, John, on his session, actually put their Camaro into the tire wall, coming down off the banking from the straightaway. And that's kind of where the spirit of one lap kicks in. because it's on a flatbed. They're waiting for the track to go cold so they can bring it in. They bring it in and they don't even have it off the flatbed yet. And everybody's coming in to not gawk and, oh, what happened? It's what do we need to do to get them back on the track?
Right.
And 100%, it was just so cool to see that. And so they got it all together. They ended up, they needed to, I think they had to Uber some parts or whatever. It was a front end hit to get some suspension back in line and kind of get the door and everything pulled out. And, here it is, the very first session of this, what is it, 10-day event. And they were, out, they were done until everybody jumped in, got them going again. And they actually made it to where Wendell, their second co-driver, was able to make his session. And tragically, that ended up being his last one lap. He passed away shortly after that. So it just made that become that much bigger of a deal. It made it so where we all got to spend time together and finish the event because of the team spirit of the event, where they got to, keep going.
Well, if you like that.
And remember, this wasn't small. This was passenger door doesn't open. Front passenger fender is basically tore back. The tires folded under the car. This was a repair that took place over 3 hours of teams driving to get parts, other parts being Ubered in. And as we're waiting for those parts, teams coming in going, okay, we're going to need to remove this. Go ahead and take this off. Do this. Pound this out. Change this. I need a welder. I need this. And put this car back together. You'd be like, what are you talking about? It's totaled. And nope. It's just amazing. Everybody's just amazing.
Well, if you like that as a story, you're going to love when you come to Lemons.
I bet.
That's pretty much Lemons.
Yeah.
Every weekend.
Yep.
Anybody has issues, it's like, hey, what can we do to help? Kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like football. Everybody wants to see you succeed.
Yep. Or at least play.
Mm-hmm.
All right, gentlemen, we've come to something we haven't done in a little bit of time, and you guys being avid listeners and often downloading every single podcast that we have in our history of almost 800 podcast episodes. Obviously, that means the Fast and Furious Storytime questions, where we badger you with a list of questions. We will not get through them all tonight because we have close to 70 now. But
Oh boy.
I think we each should let's go with five for each host, and you guys get to answer them. So we'll start with the lady of the podcast, Jeremey. Santa.
Oh, I'm gonna go with an easy one. One.
All right, Santa.
So, front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, or all wheel drive?
Or does it matter?
Or does it matter?
I'll take that. If it's dry, always rear wheel drive.
Okay. What about you, MJ? What are you thinking?
Are we talking racing? Are we talking daily driver? What are we talking?
We've gone over this. This is your podcast, sir.
Your preference.
I'm a rear wheel drive guy 24/7.
Mhm.
My daily drove until about 2 months ago a ZL1 in the winter with Michelin Arctic Alpine snow tires on it, and it was badass.
I would say no less. Miss Vicki.
Yeah. What was your first car, and what was the worst car you ever had?
Oh boy.
Sounds like Scott should go first on this one.
So my first car I only had for a few months. I'm not going to say what it was.
No,
It's
that's
the
not
Chevy
playing.
I
That's not.
You
That's
have
not. That's not playing.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
It was a Ford Pinto.
Listen, put your
It
pants
was-
on.
That
and,
was
and,
my car.
It rhymes with Romero.
Ah.
Oh, you see, he doesn't want to admit it because he's a Ford guy.
Six,
Bud Light.
6, 8, or worse yet, 4 cylinders.
It was the little 6-cylinder, like a 2.8.
2.8. Yes, I know that car. Yes.
Yep.
What
So
year?
I had that.
What year?
And
What year?
It was an 84.
Ah, I had the sibling of that car.
Oh, okay.
I'm well aware.
Yeah, it was underwhelming to say the least.
So was that your worst car?
Um,
Hopefully.
it was up there. The biggest POS that I had, um, when I was drag racing and autocrossing both, and I was doing an engine swap, I think, in my Mustang, I bought for $300 a Mercury Lynx,
Oof.
which which I called the Lynxstang GT, which I autocrossed it on snow tires and with the seat mount broken so I'm doing this in the turns, and that was a pile that it got me through a winter and had fun with it.
Oof. Oof. Oof.
Yeah.
That's hopefully you were in the class by yourself, not because we didn't want you to play with other people, but nobody else had to drive something like that.
Yeah, it was bad.
Man. Oh, man. All right. Well. All
It
right.
was a
So
manual though.
it wasn't. All right. Well, there's
It
some
was a
redeeming
manual.
qualities. Some redeeming qualities. But back then that was because they were too cheap to put the automatic in.
100%.
All right. So let's see. We're gonna go with one of our co-hosts' favorite question. It is, what is your favorite car movie or car from a movie of all time? So, MJ, you get to go first on this one. Could be
Man,
TV. Could be TV too. We're
yeah.
not picky.
It's probably just the ones that just got me, just continue to get me so excited about cars, was Smokey and the Bandit and Cannonball
Nice.
Run.
Nice. Bert
So
has a history for you then.
yeah, so either that Trans Am from the original Smokey and the Bandit, or that Lamborghini Countach from the original Cannonball Run. And not
Yeah.
just because I just remember just the intro to Cannonball Run is just epic.
Mm-hmm. Definitely is. Definitely is. All right. What about you, Scott? You've had time to ponder. You've got
So that's an easy one for me. I blame my parents for my
pretty much
car
everything.
path car well, yeah. So do the courts, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
My car path in life. So I was born in 72. In 1976, Gumball Rally came out,
Mm-hmm.
and my parents at 4 years old took me to the theater, and I watched Gumball Rally when I was 4 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, so I blame a lot of my car issues with that, and in that one, probably the Cobra in that one would be my favorite out of that one.
Okay. All right. Very well. Jeremy, did you pick one out?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of them.
I know that's the problem.
All right, boys, you ready? Could be growing up or current today. What is your favorite cereal?
Nice.
Mm.
Vicki hates when I do these, but that's fun. I don't sleep in the bathtub
Waffle
when
crisp.
you ask. Waffle crisp. Ooh, that's a new one.
Waffle crisp.
We have not had that one before. You know, there's the sad part is there's probably somebody who listens to our podcast who actually has these recorded and like an Excel spreadsheet. If you do, GarageHeroesInTraining@gmail.com. I'm dying to see who's winning some of these. But
There you
all
go.
right, MJ, you got to beat Waffle Crisp. What's better? What's the best?
I'm Honey Bunches of Oats right now.
Well, I know, but what cereal?
Love it.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to know your nickname.
Yeah, you know. Oh
Funny.
man. I think
All right.
we lost him on that one. All right.
Yep.
Miss Vicki, where are you going?
Yeah. All right. What is the one thing that few people know about you that would surprise them?
Oh, Scott's got a great one for this.
Ooh.
I do.
All right. So if this doesn't work for you two, we can employ the dual guest option, which is MJ, what's the one thing about Scott that no one knows and would surprise them? And then Scott gets to do it to MJ. And if you don't do it well, Jeremy's going to jump in and say, wait. There's
more.
But
Oh,
wait,
boy.
there's more.
More.
Oh, I got a good one for that.
All right, go for it.
So, as MJ said, we went to high school together, but didn't really know each other.
Mm-hmm.
But I do remember seeing him in the hallway, and he had a satchel.
Oh, no.
Some would call it a merce,
A
but it was a
merce, a
satchel.
man purse,
It was bigger than a merce, but yeah.
a wrestling wannabe. Was he wearing the rather colorful pants that were popular at the time?
It was like a leather, kind
Oh.
of like a shoulder thing, and it
So
just,
things haven't
because I was
changed.
like,
Okay.
yeah, basically.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, what a
Sorry, MJ.
fire.
This
What
is
a liar.
I should have let him go first.
yeah, maybe 'cause he just upgraded yours. I'll tell you. 3 clicks, I believe, was what I heard in the background. What do you think, MJ? What's something about Scott that nobody knows? What surprised him?
That he is the star of, there's an OnlyFans page called Dad Bods,
Nice.
and he does that full time.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Well, you know.
Follow up. MJ's my only subscriber.
It's such a deal.
All right. Very nice. Let's see, Miss Vicki, is this your turn or do I have to go?
That was my turn.
Okay. All right. All right. So I'm gonna have to babble for this one a little bit. So Jeremy, after I ask the question, give some time to think. Put the beard down. What is the coolest car ever? Yes, Jeremy, you can now give them some time to think. What were you gonna say? I can't get him to shut up ever.
Gonna wear that? You guys just fuck with me.
Jeremy's got audio evidence to contrary. All right, very well.
Indiana Jones wears one.
Oh my.
It's a satchel, and Indiana Jones wears one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very
I've
well.
never owned a satchel. He's a damn liar.
That is such a lie.
Such,
He calls it a merce. But anyway, coolest car ever.
I think it might have been a business bag or something that you wear over your shoulder. You know?
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
Yeah,
It was
did
a
the
satchel.
business. You did the business with the bag.
All
We
right,
know.
coolest car.
Coolest car ever. Who wants to go?
Holy-
Scott? MJ? MJ? Scott? Coolest car. Not best car.
Are we
Not
talking
fastest car.
production car?
Coolest car.
Coolest car.
You get no
In
more.
your
from me.
opinion,
You get no more. That's it. Coolest car. Could be a make and a model. Could be a specific one. Could be a one-off. Could be, once again, it's your podcast. Enjoy
Right
the ride.
now, I love and would love to drive the new Lamborghini Revuelto.
Oh, okay. All right.
I
Again,
like the high tech of that car, and I've always loved how Lamborghini just lays that windshield down almost flat.
mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's a pretty cool car. I mean, there's a zillion cool cars.
I know. That's why you got to do
That's
the
fine.
coolest car.
Yeah.
Scott,
Yeah.
can you beat it? Got anything?
I'm
better?
gonna say the the 917 Can-Am Porsche, the one that had like what 1,200 horsepower, some ridiculous amount.
I mean, when they turn it
Um,
down, sure. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. Because it was just, I mean, there was nothing to it other than just a crap load of horsepower that, painted lines between the turns with its tire. And then
Mhm.
it was so completely crazy and off. That's probably up there.
going back to your drag racing roots, so to speak.
Exactly.
All right, Jeremy, which one's tickling your fancy right now?
do. Oh, Bill, you erased what I wrote.
I always do.
All right. Because no one else will ask.
There we go.
This is always my favorite question.
Okay.
Clarkson, Hammond, May, Chris, Matt, or other, and why?
You want to go, Scott?
Boy, that is tough. It's not May because that guy bores me to death.
He's very similar to you. He drives about the same.
Yep, Captain Slow. I think Clarkson, just because he gives zero Fs about anything or what anybody thinks or anything else, no filter. I love that guy, the way he carries himself.
And for younger audiences, that did not change with the mega amounts of money that they have. That was all there from the beginning.
That was him when he was in high school. I know someone who went to high school with him, and he was that same
Really?
way. Yes.
You know Adrian Newey?
No, my buddy Ian's father.
Oh, okay.
Went to school with him.
Okay. I was hoping you knew Adrian Newey because I was going to say, why isn't he on the podcast? Anyway, not like he's busy right now or anything. Anyway, MJ, where are you going?
Yeah, that was an easy one. That's Clarkson for me for really the same reasons. I love when there's unfiltered, and it would have been awesome if that show was 100% not filtered.
Yeah.
So I got a second part of that question. That original or the American version?
There's multiple American versions, but
Well, the first American version.
Uh,
so that's Rutledge and Blanken, Adam, and then who's the driver? What's his driver? I can see him. I can't think of.
he's a
what's his
British
name?
guy.
There was
Wasn't
an
he?
actor, wasn't there? Wasn't there an actor in it?
There was a comedian. I think it was.
Rutledge Wood was the comedian. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the other guy was a comedian. He just wasn't funny.
Yeah,
I mean,
is it Dane,
for
was it
me,
Dane Cook?
for me, it's easy. There's only one, but
Yeah. I'm the original one from Europe.
Okay.
And I just want to see them test cars. The funny stuff is funny for 5 or maybe between commercial, like give me 15 minutes. But when they do a whole show on that,
Yeah.
it's long to me.
Tanner Faust is the name. I just thought of it. Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
there you go. Yeah.
And Tanner's a good guy.
He is. He is. I've met him. He's beaten me. He beats most people though. So
Yeah.
He's pretty talented.
he is.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's done all right. So Scott, where are you going? American or England or Australia or
I think I've got to keep that one. I will say, the episode when they first got on Amazon
okay.
was incredible. I've rewatched that one a few times, just because the way it was, it was produced the way they did it, but the kind of getting back together and how they started it out, just that whole opening sequence of driving out, once they get out to the desert, I was just incredible. I love that. But yeah.
Yeah, if anybody wants to see what a car show would be without a budget, that's a good one.
Yep.
How many helicopters can we have in one shot? Yeah, no problem. We got that. Miss Vicki, you got one?
I do. What is your favorite track, and what is your favorite turn on a track, and the reasons why?
For me, it's going to be VIR. And the climbing S's there. It's more than one turn, but just flying through there at 100 plus, bouncing them side to side was just incredible. That's
incredible. A lie. He's never gone 100.
I've got my app. I can show you. Thank you. It was nerve-wracking, but it was kind of one of those things coming up to it. It's like, I know it can be done. I've watched it done. Can I do it? Can I do it? And yeah, it was incredible.
MJ, is it VIR? Is it somewhere else?
Well, geez, VIR is awesome. I got to do the Daytona Rolex setup a couple of times, and that's the fastest that I ever drove. And so there's a lot of tracks that are great, but I'd say that Rolex setup was pretty special. And then I know this will sound, it's so weird because the track isn't amazing, but my home track, because it is what it is, we live in Iowa, is we have a track called, well, now it's called I-29. It used to be Mid-American Motorplex. And then what was it called after that, Scott?
In between, it was Raceway Park of the Midlands, RPM.
Yeah, it's just south of Omaha. And as you're coming back onto a reasonably long straightaway, it's not the main straight. I'm trying to think. It's turn 1, 2, 3. It's probably turn 4 or 5.
I think it's 4.
If you hit that just right, and I feel like I've got the line down on that, you can exit at an insane amount of speed. And the car is, you have to judge it just right. Like, I love driving all cars. It doesn't matter if it's a Miata or something, but I kind of lean towards a big V8 rear wheel drive, tons of power car. And if you are willing to hold it down there, that is a fun. It's just a flat corner. There's a reasonable amount of grip, but that one I always exit out of there. I'm like, how in the world did the car stay on as I'm all the way to the ground, to the floor with the pedal? It's so right now I kind of like that corner.
Very good. Very good. All right. For you guys, I'm doing this for you. This is the question that always ends up with me sleeping in the bathtub tonight. So we are going to win the lottery. We have, as part of the lottery, we're going to win and buy a desert island. And on that desert island, we're going to create a racetrack. We're going to have a racetrack that is asphalt and another racetrack that's off-road. So as a thank you for coming on to our guests, we're going to make sure that we have the 5 cars that you want at this island resort. You don't have to bring anything. Everything's paid for. It's part of what we do. It's how we roll. So what 5 cars do we need to have on the island for you?
Now when you say off-road, you mean like
Yeah,
desert there? Okay.
it's your podcast. It's your
All right,
it's your
all right, all
racetrack. It's your
Off-road racetrack. It can be anything, like a road
All right.
course. Like it's a motorplex. It's got
could
everything.
be rally, could be
Okay.
trophy trucks, could be King of the Hammers, could be whatever.
You name it. Could be a drag strip.
It's a big lottery, huge.
I like the sound of this.
Yeah, so do I.
Um,
Wish the lottery
I'm
came
I'm
true.
gonna go. I'm gonna go with the trophy truck. I've just always thought those were cool. You
Right.
got 16 feet of suspension travel. You can hold it wide open at what do they hit like 140, I think, through the whoops. I mean, just nuts.
Depends what they're
Um,
driving over, right?
yeah. So those things are nuts. I would love to have a trophy truck. Um, I would. Oof. I would love to have an original Ford GT.
Okay.
I just think those things are just cool. They just sound mean. Um, I'd want to have my friend's race car that I was talking about,
Saline.
the street legal race car.
I believe there's some quotes in that sentence there, but we'll let you go.
There were
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
I would love to have my current Fox body. Speaking of unlimited budgets, I would love to have that there because I've put too much time into it not to have.
He's got 5
what I
cars
got-
in the world of all time, and he's picking a Fox body. All right, go on.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 of them
Yeah,
are Fords too.
Yeah,
He's
no.
gonna have
Of course.
Bud Light in a
What else
nice
would I
pink
have?
dress.
I got to go with what attracts you, Jeremy. And last one.
We'll apparently have to have a full garage facility to keep these things running while you're here, but that's fine.
It's all right. You said unlimited budget. We've got 30 mechanics on board just to keep these things
The
on the
cars
track.
may be cheaper than fixing those things, but go ahead.
Let's go with a 962.
962.
Ooh, I like that.
I didn't know Ford made a 962. Which year was that?
That was Franz Ford. He was the offshoot
Franz. Yeah. The double F in the family. Yeah, I remember him.
Yes.
Yeah, he wasn't called the Deuce. He was double F. Okay.
There you go.
MJ.
Now again, is this a big island? So
It's huge.
great track, whatever kind of track, and it can be an off-road track or a paved track. It can't be
Anything.
It
Either,
could be both. There
Yeah,
may
one of
be
each.
all.
I mean, we have beaches. I mean, we have. If you want it, this lottery. I'm telling you, when it happens, it's going to be pretty cool.
Dirt bikes, side by sides. I mean,
That's right.
you name
That's
it.
right. Skateboard park, whatever you want, sir.
Yep. So I tend to lean towards factory vehicles that haven't been molested, which I get it. There's different people, but I'd like to see, and I'm not a pickup truck guy, and I'm not even a Stellantis guy.
Mm-hmm.
But one vehicle would be the new Ram TRX.
Okay.
With if I have the name right, the one with the big Hellcat engine in it.
Yeah. So we're going to have to have
That's
a
right.
wide racetrack now because
So we're
that thing's
gonna
about the
have to
size
have-
of my house.
Off-road thing just to try that.
Okay.
And then I would say I definitely would probably like to have that Revuelto there,
Really? Okay.
just to try it. And I would have a new ZR1
Okay.
there, the new ZR1, and probably a Porsche GT2. I'm sorry, the turbo 911 turbo.
Okay. The modern one or particular
Yeah.
generation?
No,
Okay.
I do a modern one.
Okay.
Whenever I'm in those, it is beyond shocking how quick those goddamn cars are.
Yep. I can see that.
And last car. Man, there's so many good cars.
It's always easy the first couple, and then you're like, oh, I've only got a couple left.
I know, right? There's just so many awesome cars.
For the record, by Fox Body, you could pick that. It's all open.
Right.
Just because you could doesn't often mean you should, though. But anyway.
You know what? This will be weird, but the last gen Camaro ZL1 1LE.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Just something simple, but that just devours up that track, and I'll use the air conditioned seats and the great suspension on a smooth track on the island.
I love that. Air conditioning, radio.
Sounds like your race car,
Heat.
Jeremy.
Hey, that sounds like my race car.
Yes. Yes.
CD player. Don't forget CD player.
Oh yeah. CD player. Yeah, and
That's
it
right.
works.
That's
Period
right.
correct CDs are always in it.
That's right.
Yes.
If you guys want to, you can bring your own driver playlist, and you can pop the CD in during the pit race, and just don't let Lemon see you because they don't like that. That's not one of the three things that's allowed to do on pit lane.
Oh, geez.
All right. Last one, Jeremy. What do you got? Where are you going?
Well, I'm going to continue with what we just said.
Okay.
What is your favorite driving song?
Oh, that's down towards the bottom. All right.
I got mine.
All right.
Girls just want to have fun, isn't it?
This is too much of a layup. Yes. This is too much
Ophelia,
of a layup.
right? It's Ophelia.
He seems like more of a sparkly vampire Twilight kind of guy to me. But
Yeah, no. One of my favorite groups, and this is a layup for Jeremy, is the Butthole Surfers.
well,
And they have
Jeremy is. Oh wait, the group. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And they've got a song called Ulcer Breakout that if you want to get your adrenaline going, and I don't listen to all music when I'm driving fast, but it's just a song that just it's a good semi car related that just gets going.
Okay. I do not believe we've had Butthole Surfers on the podcast before, but if they're interested, GarageHeroesInTraining@gmail.com. I'm sure we could ask them a car question.
They're down in Austin, so next time you go to Coda.
All right. It'll be the first time we've gone to Coda, but that's okay. MJ, where are you going?
So there are songs, that you want to have, you don't want to let anybody know you're listening to, that you just love.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like
then
his satchel.
there's a Windows down playlist where you're letting the 14 speakers roll.
Well,
Nope, your favorite driving song.
Yeah.
God dang. It's just there's just a zillion songs. That
It's Little Red Corvette, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Holy cow.
Karma Chameleon.
Just because it has car in the first word doesn't mean that it's a car song.
Dang, that's actually a good question. I want to hit this right.
You want some more time? We can come up with another. You can
It's just a
circle back.
podcast. You listen to podcasts.
No, do it.
You can have another one the next time you come on.
Yeah, hate me if you want, but grew up in the 80s. I actually like Duran Duran.
Oh, I like Duran Duran.
And I like the song Come Undone.
There you go.
Good one.
Ooh.
Good one.
Good one. No, I gotta say, good one.
I can listen to like anytime that's on, it's like stop what I'm doing. I just love that song.
I would have put you down as a reflex guy.
Honestly, too, the rock group My Darkest Days has a version of Come Undone that is really, really good, and I usually don't like remakes.
Okay. All right. Well,
I might recommend that too.
we can add that to our Spotify lists. All right.
Yeah.
Miss Vicki, your last one. What are you thinking?
Oh, let me see.
Do you want some time? I got mine ready.
Go ahead.
All right. We're gonna stay with music because it drives Vicki crazy when I don't do car questions. So you're gonna make a super group. You're gonna be the producer of this super group. On this group, you have 2 guitarists, 1 bass player, 1 or 2 vocalists if they're co-ed, a drummer, and if you have other, keyboards or whatever, I'm not going to persecute you if you do. Who's in your supergroup all time?
All right. I'll go with vocalist Glenn Danzig.
Really? Okay.
Just because his voice is incredible. A co-singer would be Axl Rose.
Okay.
Just
you got your
because
male and female there. That's fine.
He's got such an incredible range. Guitarist, I'm gonna go with Joe Strummer. I was a big fan of them.
Clash for the home game players.
Oh yeah, sorry for the Clash.
You can have 2.
Another guitarist, well, Slash, I think, going with
All
the
right.
Guns N' Roses, and again, growing up in the 80s.
Mhm.
Bassist,
I have a joke. I've been waiting for this for so long and nobody said it yet, but go on. Bassist?
oh boy. God, I'm drawing a blank. Joe Walsh, wasn't he a bass player?
No.
No, he was a guitarist. Um,
I'm sure he can play bass, but not known as a bass player.
all right, I'll go with, because it's one that I like him, is Chris Novoselic.
Okay. Biggest dude in rock and roll that I know of. Nirvana.
Like
for
8
those
feet,
playing home
8
game.
feet tall. Yes, 8 feet tall. And drummer, I'll stay in that same vein. I'm a Foo Fighters fan, and the energy he puts into it. So I'm going to say Dave Grohl.
So you want 2 Nirvana and 2 Guns N' Roses. All right, very well.
Yeah.
All right, very well. MJ, you're into this question, or are you sitting there saying, "Why am I on a racing podcast?"
No. You were lucky enough to have Scott answer that question, and I'm not the right person to answer that question because I don't know the name of any of those people. Anybody.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty lame on that. I know the sounds that I like, but I don't know the players of the instruments.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. It's we try to be well-rounded. I think.
Absolutely.
The good thing is that for you, the podcast is over. The bad thing is we still have close to 60 questions that we were going to ask you the next time you come on. And as you can tell, they range from racing stuff to what is the Mount Rushmore of candy. So you never know where we're going. You never know what we're doing. But I think one thing that we can count on is hopefully if you guys are willing and still taking the drugs that you're taking right now, you'll come back on after you race with us and Jeremy at the first race because we like to do post-race episodes. And wanted to thank you for all your time. And if any of our people want to go to an extreme experience event where you guys will be instructing, where would they be going coming up soon?
G2 Motorsports Park in March. I'll be there. I think MJ will be there too.
Nice.
That's down in Texas, south of Dallas.
Yep.
South of Dallas. Okay.
I think it's south of Dallas, isn't it?
I don't know. It was built after we left, so we lived in Dallas for a while.
Yep. In February, I'm doing Circuit Florida.
Oh, okay.
Which I think is a membership track.
Yeah, baby. You and I will be there.
Cool. Yeah.
All right. So if you want to avoid Jeremy, you go to the first one. If you want to see Jeremy, medical assistance is required for these types of conditions. It's fine. Don't worry. Santa Jeremy.
And it is north of Dallas, so I'll stand corrected.
It's north? Okay. I was going to say there's lots of stuff south of Dallas, but not a lot.
Yep.
I mean, they were going to build that super collider there, and then they stopped, and then it's just kind of like a wasteland out there, or at least was when we drove through. Anyway, or lived there. All right. Thank you, guys. Jeremy, this was a good idea. It hurts to actually say you had a good idea. Deep.
Every once in a while.
Blind squirrel finds a nut.
That's it. Guys, I really appreciate you guys taking the time and coming on. It's awesome.
This was fun.
Thanks for the invite. That was great.
No worries. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you.